All right, we continue our discussion now with today 2 of the 2015 ATHENA Award finalists. We've been speaking to almost all of them in the last several months, really. And with us today, we have Julianna Frisch. She is an assistant professor at MCC. She's also the interim director of HR, and is that correct still? And assistant to the president for strategic initiatives. And you are a busy lady. Like
Yes.
every one of the ATHENA finalists, you are a very busy lady who was honored, and I know you enjoyed being a finalist. Talk about what that felt like and how they treated you.
Oh, well, first of all, they treated us like rock stars. So something I didn't expect, but really they lifted all of us up and just celebrated all of our accomplishments. And this year was the first year that we had the young professionals join the ranks. And so there was 20 of us all together, and we were very well celebrated. It was a great experience and really an honor to know that my colleagues had supported my nomination and stood behind me. It was really a great experience.
That's amazing.
Honored for not only your professional work, but what you do in your off time. Not that you have any of it, reading everything that you do. But let's start with work. Tell us a little about, you wear a few hats at MCC.
I wear several hats at MCC, yes. So I choose to consider them opportunities. And I've had many at MCC. It's really been a great 10 years that I've been there. It goes by really quick because we're a very innovative organization. Things are always changing, so there's always a need and something to do. I'm very lucky that part of our organization gives opportunities, and one of the opportunities I'm doing right now is an interim position, and I'm working part-time in HR and part-time for the president's office, and it's very exciting. So I work in both of those areas, and primarily I get to work on special projects, so it is different every day. And I utilize my background in event management, which is very similar to project management, to be able to work through some of the things that come up that everybody doesn't have time for. I think we can all relate to that.
Hello, everyday life,
So something comes across your desk, you know it's important, but it just might be something else comes along and bumps it out of the way. And so I'm there, and when I'm needed, I'm handed a project. Sometimes I'm handed 3 or 4 at the same time and have to prioritize how I'm going to work through those.
You just said the magic word is prioritize. I'm wondering if anything that you do professionally has spilled over into your personal life.
Yes.
I know Jen and I talk about this all the time, is prioritizing. What is important? What should you spend time on? What should you say, okay, I can put this aside till later?
Or I can say no to.
Or,
that magical word of no.
Do you ever say no?
Yes.
Or can you?
Yes. But my philosophy is don't say no. Say I can't do this, but I can do that. So if, for example, someone approaches you and is looking for you to serve in a capacity, maybe on a board, or I might be asked to help chair an event. And if I can't fit it into my schedule, because I am very strategic, I don't want to agree to something I can't give 100% to.
Love that.
I will say I can't do it this year, but sign me up for next year, and I'll figure out a way to do it. So I think that you always have to look at how can I fit this in? And again, consider things to be opportunities, and how could I make this work? And it's balance. You might have to give something up to be able to take something else on, and you have to constantly be evaluating that.
You sound like a teacher. Doesn't she sound like a teacher?
This is the exact reason I wanted to have this series and having you all on, because it does take a skill to manage everything, including something else you and your husband have taken on, that is being foster parents through the county.
Yes. That really gives me and my husband a lot of joy. And we wanted to be parents, and we wanted to fit that into our lives. And really, it was a calling for us. It wasn't a quick decision. We explored all different ways that we could fulfill that want in our lives. And through a series of interactions with other people, it just became clear to us that that was going to be the answer. It is one of the most difficult things we've done, and one of the most rewarding things we've done. Just to make an impact on a child's life, even for a small period of time, perhaps impact their families, depending on what your situation is. There's nothing greater than that.
Yeah. So you're a huge advocate. I know people who are foster parents are huge advocates for this, and they say You know, if you want to make a difference in a kid's life, this is how you do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You also do wedding planning classes. You're the president of the Tri-Line Unit, the American Legion Auxiliary. I don't think she sleeps. I don't think that happens, but...
So I love your philosophy, though, but I like what you said. You know, if you can't help someone now, say, you know what, no, I can't help you now. But give me some time, maybe I can help you next year.
Absolutely.
You know, and so you don't turn them down ultimately, like, finally.
Correct.
There's no finality. You're saying, look, I want to help you.
Exactly. And I think that if a person seeks you out and asks you for help, everything happens for a reason. So they truly see something in you that they need, something you can bring to their organization or their cause. So turning them down really would be missing an opportunity for me. So I really strive to find a way that I can make that connection. So it might not be today, it might be a year from now, but I will find a way to be able to help.
I love it. I love your insight. Thank you so much for sharing.
Wow, it was
You're
so
welcome.
nice to meet you.
It was great to meet you too. Thank you.
All right, I feel like I'm not busy enough now and I need to get busier, so thank you so much.
You're welcome. Boy, that was painless.
Good, I'm glad to hear that. You hear that, folks? We make it easy on our guests.
Because we have another finalist coming up in maybe a half an hour. Maybe she's hearing. It's not so bad.
Coming up next, a totally different topic. You know, we're talking about healthy aging. So we have people in our lives who are getting a little older and they need some support on how to age gracefully, healthfully. We're going